Have you heard about the P. Diddy scandal? The P. Diddy lawsuit, Puff Daddy, whatever you're calling him? And if you haven't heard about it, why? Because the media in Hollywood are clearly trying to bury it. Always been rumors, and quite frankly, I always thought that they were conspiracies because they sounded crazy. A man that they know, that everyone who works with Diddy knows that they can call, and they essentially will get everything cleaned up, and they are implicating the LAPD.
Y'all, it's about to get wilder for Diddy once again. Conservative pundit Candace Owen has stirred up talk by claiming there's a connection between Diddy's latest lawsuit and the untimely death of pop icon Michael Jackson. Owen made these assertions during an episode of her podcast where she talked about Diddy's legal woes and how the media isn't saying much about them, which she finds concerning. Owen got people talking on social media when she questioned why the media wasn't publicizing Diddy's lawsuit like they did with the Jeffrey Epstein case, which is arguably milder than Diddy's. She hinted that there might be powerful people in Hollywood being blackmailed into keeping quiet about something shady.
Yes, of course, Jeffrey Epstein, who was bizarrely protected. He was clearly an asset of not just the CIA, but also potentially the Mossad, very much involved with the Mossad over in Israel. And he too had so much access, so much wealth, and he got away with it for years.
Owen took it a step further by pointing out that the person responsible for covering up Diddy's son's involvement in a shooting was once Michael Jackson's head of security, who was also present when Jackson died. The man is named Fahim Muhammad, and he was once Michael Jackson's security head at just 21 years old. He was among the first to arrive on the scene when MJ passed away, and he now works for Diddy. Owen suggested that the individuals involved in the case, including Fahim, may have gone to extreme lengths to cover up their involvement. She pointed out 5 important points from Diddy's lawsuit, suggesting that its consequences could be even bigger than the Jeffrey Epstein case. She shared her worries on social media, noting the lack of media attention on Diddy's legal problems and implying a conspiracy involving politicians and celebrities being blackmailed.
It seems to me that there is something intentional, that they are intentionally feeding us filth via the media.
Furthermore, in her YouTube caption, Owen doubled down on her assertions. She claimed that the media and Hollywood want to hide the Combs lawsuits because they have their own reasons. She believes there's a hidden agenda to shield important people from being questioned. While some question Owen's statements, they do highlight how power works in the entertainment world and how legal scandals involving big names can have serious consequences. Even though it's been over a decade since the death of Michael Jackson, there are still some people who believe that his death was a hoax. The passing of the King of Pop at 50 was a huge shock to his fans, and some refuse to believe that it was real. Some of these so-called Jackson conspiracy theorists have speculated that his death was faked and that he is still alive. In early 2017, investment banker David Dunn testified in the U.S. tax court, suggesting Jackson was facing bankruptcy before his death, fueling another round of speculation that he orchestrated it to escape financial troubles, when his daughter, Paris, also publicly stated that she believes her father was murdered. This claim added to the mystery surrounding his death.
Lawsuit, we learned that his head of security while he's running the sexual blackmail ring is this guy named Fahim Muhammad, who before working for Diddy was the head of security for Michael Jackson when he was only 21, and he was one of the first people on the scene when Michael Jackson died.
After Paris Jackson's comments about her father's death, some online conspiracy theorists began to speculate about the involvement of groups like the Illuminati in it. In 2012, 5 of Michael Jackson's siblings, Janet, Reby, Randy, Tito, and Jermaine, added more fuel to the fire with a letter that accused the executives of Jackson's estate of fraud, forgery, exploitation, and abuse. They claimed that Jackson wasn't in Los Angeles when his will was allegedly signed on July 7, 2002, and they questioned the legitimacy of the document. They also alleged that the executives were not welcome in Jackson's life. However, the estate representatives dismissed the allegations as false and defamatory. These accusations were dismissed as internet conspiracy theories, noted to be made by certain family members excluded from Jackson's will. LaToya Jackson, Michael's sister, has been outspoken about her belief in a plot to kill her brother. According to her, Michael expressed to her his fear of being murdered for his music publishing catalog and estate. Even Jackson's son has reported the existence of a note written by his father before his death, in which he allegedly expressed his fear of being murdered by them for his catalog. While these claims have sparked heated debates and fueled speculation, the true circumstances of Jackson's death remain a mystery, and now Diddy is allegedly connected to it. The official cause of Michael Jackson's death was a lethal mix of drugs, including the powerful anesthetic propofol. Jackson's personal doctor, Conrad Murray, had been giving Jackson propofol for 2 months to help him sleep. In 2011, Murray was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter and sentenced to 2 years in prison. In the lead-up to the trial, Murray's lawyer had suggested that Jackson was facing financial troubles and that he may have taken drastic actions as a result. However, the judge didn't allow the defense to probe into Jackson's financial records. Howard Weitzman, who represented Jackson's estate, dismissed the idea of Michael committing suicide. A law enforcement official revealed to ABC News that Jackson had become heavily dependent on the painkiller OxyContin and was also being injected with the powerful sedative Demerol on a daily basis. Now, Diddy has been connected to the pop icon's death due to his history of misconduct. In recent months, Sean Diddy Combs, the influential hip-hop billionaire, has been hit with a series of civil suits accusing him of sexual misconduct, including assault. Once seen as a symbol of wealth, Diddy played a key role in making rap mainstream, turning his stake in the Bad Boy Entertainment record label into a diverse empire spanning fashion, media, liquor, and more. In a clip from his 2017 documentary, Can't Stop, Won't Stop, Diddy emphasized his determination to get whatever he wants. However, the recent accusations have painted a different picture, suggesting a potentially aggressive and domineering side to him. The lawsuits filed over the past few months present a challenging narrative that contrasts with Diddy's image as the ultimate hustler mogul. His career highlights over the past 3 decades, alongside allegations from the civil suits, revealed not only a troubling history of alleged violent behavior, but also the influence of power and celebrity in shielding him from the consequences of his actions.
A new lawsuit filed by a producer and videographer on Diddy's latest project accuses him of sexual assault.
This is the 5th lawsuit against Diddy since November. The first one, filed by his ex, Cassie, was settled.
Diddy began his journey in the music industry in 1990 as an intern at Uptown Records under executive Andre Harrell. However, things took a dark turn in 1991 when a lawsuit filed in November 2023 alleged that Combs and R&B singer Aaron Hall sexually assaulted an unnamed victim and her friend after a music industry event. The same lawsuit also alleges that they physically assaulted her when confronted. Despite these allegations, Combs continued to advance in his career. In 1993, after being fired from Uptown Records, he launched his own label, Bad Boy Records, which helped launch the careers of artists like Craig Mack, The Notorious Big, Mardolla E, The Lox, and Faith Evans. However, in April of 1999, Diddy was arrested and charged with second-degree assault and criminal mischief for allegedly beating record executive Steve Stout. As a result, he agreed to pay $500,000 to Stout, leading to Stout requesting the dismissal of charges. The assault charge was dropped, and Combs pleaded guilty to the lesser charge of harassment, receiving a sentence of 1 day of anger management classes. Then, on December 27, 1999, Diddy, Jennifer Lopez, and rapper Shine were arrested in connection with a shooting at a New York nightclub. The incident involved alleged gunfire, with 3 people injured, including Jennifer Lopez's assistant. While Diddy was charged with weapons violations, he was eventually acquitted. In another lawsuit filed in December 2023, a young woman alleged that in 2003 she was gang raped by Diddy, his former Bad Boy Records president, Harve Pierre, and an unidentified third man. The incident reportedly took place at a Manhattan recording studio, and the victim was just 17 years old at the time. In 2005, Diddy met singer Cassie Ventura, who was 19 years old at the time. He signed her to a 10-year album deal with his label, Bad Boy Entertainment. 10 years later, precisely in 2023, Cassie filed a lawsuit against Diddy. In the lawsuit, Cassie claims that during the course of their relationship, Diddy abused her physically, emotionally, and psychologically, and that he forced her to consume illegal drugs and engage in inappropriate acts with male workers. She also claims that he became violent with her if she spoke to other men.
To carry a gun for him and tried to chase down music producer Suge Knight with a gun. Even she accused him of blowing up rapper Kid Cudi's car because he found out that Cuddy was interested in Ventura.
In response to Cassie's allegations, Diddy's lawyer, Benjamin Brafman, denied the claims and accused Cassie of wanting to extort Diddy for $30 million. The case was eventually settled out of court, with Diddy and Diddy both releasing statements expressing their desire to resolve the issue amicably. After Cassie's lawsuit, a series of lawsuits also followed, all against Diddy and alleging SA. All these accounts paint Diddy in a disturbing and harrowing light. And this is why Candace Owen is alleging that his involvement in the death of MJ is being concealed by the industry powers. What's your take on this? Do you agree with Candace Owen? Let's know in the comments section. Thanks for watching this video and check out the next one.